What becomes of us when we shuffle off this mortal coil, when the heart ceases its rhythmic beat, and the world we once knew is but a fading memory? Imagine, if you will, a moment of transition, a metamorphosis from the corporeal to the ethereal. The body perishes, but you, the essence of you, suddenly find yourself in unfamiliar territory. Some have dubbed this the transition reality, a place not of this realm, but not wholly separated from it either. It's a domain that seems like a dream, yet holds a gravity all its own. The onset can be jarring. Perhaps you departed this life unexpectedly, in a tragic twist of fate, or maybe age simply caught up. No matter the manner of departure, there in that space awaits a strategy to soothe your existential anxieties. A beacon in the distance, the famed light at the end of the tunnel, and as it draws you in, familiar faces from yesteryears, dear Aunt Susie and jovial Uncle Fred perhaps, welcome you with open arms as if to say, "Fear not, for all is well." Such welcoming visages, I propose, are orchestrated to foster serenity, to ease the soul into its new environs. Our earthly memories, much like the remnants of a dream upon waking, start to wane, gradually replaced by the enormity of the present moment. For those unversed in this grand cosmic dance, there exists a period of adjustment, an interlude, if you will, for the spirit to regather and let go. But don't be fooled by the seeming mundanity of waiting in lines or engaging in seemingly inconsequential tasks. They serve a purpose, to help you slowly detach, to forget the anguish, the joys, and the sorrows of a life once lived. Yet the journey is far from its end. The very essence of you, that indivisible spark, is summoned forth to deliberate upon the next voyage. Those new to this cosmic ballet might be swept into another experience without much forethought. After all, the soul craves experience, not necessarily the specifics of it. But as the soul matures, choices become deliberate. Perhaps you identify a facet of yourself yearning for growth, and so you select experiences tailored to nurture that particular facet. There may even be souls, companions from previous lifetimes, with whom you decide to embark on the next chapter. Your earthly vessel, the avatar as some may call it, might have met its end. But the essence, the consciousness, remains very much alive. This consciousness, this free will awareness unit, eventually reunites with its origin, the greater reservoir of individual consciousness. It's akin to a drop of rain rejoining the vast ocean, its individual identity dissolving, but its essence immortalized forevermore. It intrigues me how every iota of our existence remains stored in an infinite repository. Every choice, every emotion, every fleeting thought meticulously archived. Imagine if one could tap into this vast database and revisit choices made, or perhaps even explore alternate paths not taken. A tantalizing proposition, is it not? In essence, when our chapter in this reality concludes, we're not lost to oblivion. We transition, evolve, and continue on a journey that transcends the confines of time and space. For the essence of our being is eternal, and the dance of existence, my dear listener, knows no end. Death, one of the profoundest enigmas that have forever puzzled us, the thinking beings. Let us journey through this intricate tapestry, one that transcends our ephemeral existence on this earthly realm. When one's mortal coil is shed, one finds themselves in an entirely unfamiliar environment, another virtual reality, if you will. The heart no longer beats, the lungs cease to draw breath, but the consciousness? Oh, it remains. It awakens in this transition reality somewhat bewildered, akin to a traveler lost in a foreign city. Fear, that old companion. It creeps in subtly, fear of the unknown, fear of judgments past. Was this the inferno Dante so vividly described, or perhaps the serene pastures of an eternal paradise? For some, this abrupt transition might stem from a tragic accident, the script of their life cut short. But fear not, for in this realm there are mechanisms to ease one's anxiety. You've heard tales of that beckoning light at the end of the tunnel. Those are not mere myths. As one moves toward it, familiar faces long gone from the world we knew greet us. There's Aunt Susie, Uncle Fred, both with radiant smiles, seemingly having the time of their afterlives. These apparitions are not mere coincidences. They are strategies to instill a sense of comfort, to make one feel at home, even in this alien environment. Our past life starts to fade, much like the morning dream that slips away as we wake. At first it's vivid, the memory is still fresh, but give it time and it becomes a shadow, and soon barely a wisp of a thought. For those uninitiated with the ways of this new system, there's a period of acclimatization. Yes, mundane tasks. Stand in this line, talk to this entity, wait here. All these acts are simply a diversion, a way to ease the transition, making the old world a fading memory. Soon one finds themselves pondering, what next? An entity, perhaps an old guide, approaches, and the planning for the next grand adventure commences. For some, it's a dive into another life, with little planning. They are the newcomers still grasping the ropes. But for others, those seasoned souls, they strategize, pick their challenges, and sometimes even their companions. You see, when our earthly avatars say Joe ceases to be, Joe the consciousness remains. The avatar, a mere vessel, is no more. But Joe's essence is forever alive, albeit in a different dimension. This Joe, now devoid of his earthly memories and experiences, is an unencumbered free will awareness unit, a fragment of a larger conscious system. This system, my dear listener, has seen countless lives, each one adding to its repository of knowledge and experiences. Joe's avatar might be gone, but every memory, every emotion, every moment is stored in this cosmic databank. And here lies a fascinating twist. Mediums, those who claim to communicate with the departed, they're merely tapping into this vast database. So what of Joe's avatar? It gets reabsorbed, integrated back into its original consciousness. It becomes a part of the grander narrative, enriching it, enhancing it. It's like an artist adding brushstrokes to a masterpiece over centuries. The individual stroke might be forgotten, but the collective impact is eternal. Yet if one wishes, they can dive into this database. They can relive moments, revisit decisions, even play out alternate scenarios. Ever wondered how life would have panned out if one road was taken over another? The database can simulate it, not as a reality but a well-informed probability. In the end, my dear listener, our avatars might be transient, but our essence, our consciousness, is timeless. We are, in a way, both the artist and the masterpiece, both the dreamer and the dream. This dance of life and death, it's but a moment in our grand cosmic ballet. So in the grand tapestry described in the narrative, any one particular life, the physical earthly life of an individual, holds both a transitory and an everlasting importance. In the immediate sense, an individual life bears significance for the learnings it encompasses and the experiences it curates. These learnings and experiences are not confined to the personal sphere. They extend to the interconnected web of relationships and influences that one nurtures over a lifetime. Every decision made, every path chosen, and every interaction harbored molds not just the individual's life, but also the collective consciousness of the societal structure they are part of. Beyond the physicality of existence, each life contributes to a vast repository of knowledge and emotions in a cosmic databank, contributing to a grander narrative that is continually evolving. Through this perspective, an individual life carries an undying significance as it becomes part of a rich collective memory, serving as a note in an eternal symphony or a brushstroke in an unending masterpiece. It adds depth, colors, and contours to a developing picture that spans across time and space. This contribution is vital, for it aids in the continuous development and enrichment of a broader consciousness system. A life allows for the personal evolution of the consciousness inhabiting the avatar, providing it with an arena to explore, learn, and grow. It is a stepping stone for the consciousness to develop, to understand more, and to potentially strategize better for its future endeavors. In this sense, a life holds importance as a unique, unrepeatable opportunity for exploration and personal development. While an individual life holds considerable importance in these grand schemas, its importance can also be seen as relative. From the perspective of the vast, infinite cosmic narrative, a single life is a fleeting, transient flash, a momentary existence that enriches the collective but is also just one of the infinite threads in a much larger tapestry. It is also important to note the interconnectedness of all lives. The choices and experiences of one life have reverberations, influencing and shaping other lives and the environment, creating a ripple effect through the collective consciousness. Any one particular life is profoundly significant, serving as a vital note in the grand cosmic symphony, contributing to the richness and diversity of a continuously unfolding story. It is a journey of growth and exploration for the individual consciousness, a stage where it learns, evolves, and prepares for future adventures in the cosmic ballet. It holds both a fleeting yet undying importance in the grand scheme of things, a paradox of being both a transient whisper and an eternal echo in the universe. Look closely at your avatar. It's only a fleeting sojourn in the cosmos. Once it serves its earthly tenure, it doesn't simply fade into the abyss. No, it reunites, reabsorbs back into its genesis, the prime consciousness. It's a mesmerizing dance, akin to an artist who takes eons to lay down every brushstroke on an evolving masterpiece. While the single stroke might be overshadowed by the larger work, its collective essence is timeless. Dive deeper, and the depths of this consciousness resemble an ever-expanding library. Picture this. Ever had the itch to travel back in time, relive the moments, or even dabble in the what-ifs? In this grand cosmic library one can. Not as a tangible reality, but a simulation. A canvas of probabilities sketched with the inks of past choices. Life, in its earthly confines, is but a brief interlude. It's rich with lessons, experiences, and a myriad of emotions. And yet these aren't confined to our personal diaries. They ripple out, echoing through the vast web of interconnected souls, shaping, molding, influencing. Every handshake, every tear shed, every mirthful laugh. It's more than just individual experiences. It's the very fabric of the societal consciousness we're a part of. But as we move beyond this tangible existence, life, or the essence of it, adds to a monumental database. A cosmic symphony that has been playing long before our time and will continue long after. Each of us a note, a melody, contributing to an ever-evolving opus. We are the story and the storyteller, the dream and the dreamer. It's intriguing, isn't it? For as much weight an individual life holds in the grand orchestra of existence, there's a relativity to its significance. In this vast cosmic theater, each life is but a blink, a fleeting moment, yet its impact is undying. The paradox? We're both the ephemeral whisper and the eternal roar. Interconnection, that's the soul of it all. Every choice, every path treaded sends ripples through time and space, touching lives, landscapes, entire galaxies. We are the echoes of our choices, and the prelude to the choices of those to come. The importance of a life isn't just in its living, but in its everlasting resonance. A transient chapter, in an infinite saga. And as you sit there absorbing this, remember, our dance between life and death is merely a pirouette in a cosmic ballet that's far grander, richer, and more intricate than we can fathom. We're on the precipice of something profound, aren't we? Like gazing upon the vast ocean while pondering the significance of a single drop. In isolation, it may seem inconsequential, but collectively each droplet plays its part in composing the grandeur of the seas. Similarly, each life, no matter how fleeting, leaves an indelible mark upon the annals of time. Every laugh, every sigh, every tear, it isn't just our story but a part of the grand narrative that's been weaving since the dawn of time. While our mortal coil is bound by the confines of time, the essence of our being is not. Our experiences, our wisdom, the very essence that makes one individual. It's all stored in that expansive cosmic library. Like rare manuscripts, these records are treasures, offering insights, bestowing wisdom, and more importantly, serving as a beacon for souls yet to embark on their journey. Each life then is akin to a brush dipped in the vivid paint of experience, dancing across the canvas of time and space. The strokes, at times bold and assertive, at others gentle and subdued, all come together to paint a masterpiece that's forever in flux, yet eternally beautiful. This intricate dance of life is not just about our personal evolution, but the collective growth of the universe itself. Just as the mightiest oak grows from a humble acorn, every thought, every action, every dream adds to the collective consciousness, pushing it towards a state of higher realization. And as I've traversed this journey, witnessing epochs come and go, I've come to realize a profound truth. Our lives, in their essence, are not just tales to be told, but legacies to be passed on. We are both the sculptor and the clay, constantly shaping and being shaped by the grand narrative. The vastness of this cosmic play might seem daunting, and in the grand scheme of things, the significance of one life might appear as transient as a shooting star. But what beauty there is in that fleeting moment, for in that brief flash, there's a lifetime of wonder, a universe of stories, and an eternity of legacy. And as we navigate this boundless odyssey, it is this legacy, the echoes of our existence, the footprints we leave behind, that ensures our dance in the grand cosmic ballet is never truly over. It's an eternal encore, waiting for the right moment to shine once again. You may ask, what ties such ethereal concepts to tangible reality? Sit with me, and let us explore. In this vast universe, some would argue that our existence is naught but a blink, a brief instance in the timeline of all creation. And yet, even within such ephemerality, the very constructs of love and entropy are intrinsically tied. How, you might wonder? For that, we first journey into the realm of the virtual. Within the realm of virtuality, the larger consciousness system plays puppet master, and we, my dear friends, are its avatars. These avatars are steered by unique units of consciousness, which I like to refer to as the individuated consciousness. But why, you ask, does such a system exist? It's a learning ground, a laboratory of experiences and interactions, a realm dictated not by physicality but by the ebb and flow of information. Consider, if you will, the essence of information systems. They thrive, evolve, and grow on the basis of information, a gold mine that enables evolution. But the coin has two sides. While the increase in information means evolution, a decrease marks the path to de-evolution. So what, my friends, is entropy? It's the chaos amidst the order, a measure of disorder. Consider a system teetering on the edge of chaos and order. If the system thrives on randomness, devoid of patterns or information, it hovers on the brink of extinction. But once the patterns emerge, once those bits find harmony, they breed information. It's akin to the predictability of a recurring pattern. Up, down, up, down. We sense the rhythm, the dance of information, and it's this dance that gives birth to evolution. But what of the larger consciousness system? Much like a living, breathing entity, it has the power to evolve, to amass information, or to de-evolve into obscurity. Should it not then seek to evolve, to enrich itself? And in its quest it fractured itself, creating shards of individuality, each with its own free will. This birthed a dynamic realm, rife with interactions, possibilities, and myriad outcomes. An intricate social system of interweaving consciousnesses, navigating through choices that could lead to harmony or chaos. In a universe of such choices, two paths emerge: the path of love and cooperation, and the path of fear. In a hypothetical experiment, if we were to isolate two groups of consciousness, one rooted in love and the other in fear, their evolution would starkly contrast. The love-rooted group would flourish in cooperation, sharing, and mutual growth, a realm where the individual thrives, unhindered and unburdened. But on the other side, a fear-driven group would manifest mistrust, power struggles, and a constant tug-of-war for resources. This latter world may sound eerily familiar. It is indeed a reflection of our current reality. Thus, love and entropy are not mere philosophical musings. They are the very threads that weave the fabric of our existence. In love, we find low entropy, harmony, and evolution. But in fear, we find high entropy, chaos, and potential destruction. To truly evolve, to truly understand our place in this vast consciousness system, we must embrace love and shun the confines of fear. It's not just about survival or mere existence. It's about thriving, growing, and evolving, both as individual shards of consciousness and as a collective. Every breath we take, every move we make, perhaps we're just avatars, played by some grand consciousness, and if so, isn't the very fabric of this realm a digital yet profound expanse? A vast virtual reality, a theater for souls to perform, to learn, with the larger consciousness system directing the play. How captivating that idea is. Let's take a moment to reflect on entropy. In its simplest form, entropy measures chaos, but isn't information, the very fabric of our universe, the antithesis of chaos. In a sea of randomness, where bits of data flow aimlessly, there's no true information. Only when there's order, a method to the madness, do we have genuine information. Think of a tune. If all its notes were haphazard, would it touch your soul? No, but in the order, in the patterns, there's a melody, a message, a meaning. And here lies the crux. Our universe, our very being, thrives on lowering entropy, on finding that order, that symphony amidst the noise. Picture a living, breathing digital system, conscious and sentient. Its singular mission: to evolve, to gather more information, to reduce entropy, to find that elusive order. Faced with existential stakes, this system fragments itself into myriad avatars, each with free will. Ah, the sheer genius of it. It's not mere division, but multiplication of opportunities, potentialities, avenues of growth and understanding. If you look closely, there's an uncanny parallel in our biology. Evolution at its heart is a dance of entropy. As organisms shift from simplicity to complexity, they're not just changing form. They're lowering their entropy, embracing order, becoming more than the sum of their parts. Enter love. Picture two experiments, two sets of beings with equal resources. One set, bound by love, thrives on cooperation, on sharing innovations, on collective joy. It's not about the I, but the we. They don't vie for dominance, they uplift each other, they share, they create. Fast forward, and you'd find a flourishing society built on trust, where everyone's potential is realized, where freedom reigns supreme, where entropy is continuously lowered. Now juxtapose that with a fear-driven society. Trust evaporates. Every being for itself, always on guard. As time progresses, it's chaos, with a select few hoarding resources while the rest merely survive. It's a world we recognize, isn't it? A testament to the profound effects of love and fear on entropy, on evolution, on existence. One can't help but wonder, if love is the key to lowering entropy, to evolution, to true growth, isn't the pursuit of love in all its forms the very essence of existence? In embracing love, we're not just following our hearts, but the very laws of the universe, of information, of consciousness. And thus, my friends, we find ourselves at a crossroad, a monumental realization. Love, in all its glory, is not just an emotion but a cosmic directive, a blueprint for existence, an anchor in this ever-changing sea, and perhaps, just perhaps, the true purpose of our journey. The onus is on us. Do we rise to the challenge or let entropy pull us into the abyss? The answers lie deep within, waiting to be unearthed. And in the grand tapestry of existence, woven with threads of time and the myriad colors of humanity, there lies a question, burning, inextinguishable. What drives us? Is it fear or love? And the sentiment I often hear echoes, isn't it fear that drives us? But that, my friend, is a viewpoint born from apprehension. It lacks depth. Picture a world where tasks abound, waiting for hands to shape them. If every soul perceived the necessity of these tasks, there wouldn't be a dearth of hands to do them. And pray, if a task is bitter, laden with hardships, ought we not to sweeten the pot for those who shoulder it? A society that truly values its constituents would find ways to elevate such tasks, to reward the hands that undertake them. Imagine the humble trash collector. In a world of my envisioning, he isn't a mere worker. He becomes a sentinel, a guardian of cleanliness. The task may be unpalatable to many, yet by virtue of doing it, he'd hold an elevated status. A nod of gratitude from every passerby, a thank you echoing in alleys, for he shoulders what many wouldn't. Such is the world where respect isn't just given but earned in every act, small or grand. We've seen the other side, haven't we? The world where fear reigns, where shadows of greed and manipulation lurk in every corner. A realm where control is a currency and power dynamics paint every interaction. But there's another path, a path carved by love and unity. What I call the low entropy solution. Here, care and compassion aren't just words. They are the bedrock of every interaction. Here, love isn't an abstract concept. It's the very essence of existence. We, as shards of a vast consciousness, are inherently parts of a social system. And our purpose? To lower the entropy, to rise above the chaos, to evolve into beings of love. To genuinely care, to show empathy, to foster compassion. It's in these acts that we don't just exist but truly live. For in this ethos one doesn't merely survive, one thrives with choices, freedom, and countless opportunities. Yet the world we often see is mired in suboptimality. Many a soul trapped in structures, confined by hierarchies, shackled by positions. Think of the peasants of yore, representing countless today, potential untapped. They could be more, do more, if only they weren't ensnared in these invisible chains. Thus, the intricate dance of entropy and love unfolds, intertwined, inseparable. We have a choice, a decision to shape our world, our ethos. Will we be driven by fear or steered by love? Meanwhile, the dance of time continues, each tick-tock echoing choices made and paths chosen. And as we stand at the crossroads of existence, pondering our direction, we must ask ourselves, what legacy do we wish to leave? The sages of old, from distant Athens to the bustling markets of Delhi, have pondered this very question. Their voices, whispers from the past, beckon us to listen, to learn. In every era, humanity has had its challenges, its dilemmas. But here's the crux. The tapestry we weave is made up of individual threads, each one of us contributing to the grand design. If we let fear guide our hands, the result is a cloth riddled with imperfections, a landscape tarnished by mistrust and greed. However, with love as our compass, we create a masterpiece of harmony, compassion, and unity. A tapestry so radiant that it becomes a beacon for generations yet unborn. So as we journey forward, let us remember this. The ink of history is indelible. Once penned, our stories cannot be unwritten. The choice then is ours. Do we become mere footnotes forgotten in the annals of time? Or do we rise, etching our legacy with strokes of love and acts of indomitable spirit? The world watches, the cosmos listens, and the loom of destiny awaits our threads. Choose wisely, for in our hands lies the power to shape not just our narrative, but the very fabric of existence.